thing. Go back in there and bring him out. I'm trying.
I prompted him out. Okay, let me try again.
All right. Mr. Lynch, giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's I'm trying to understand. You want to contest these matters?
I had to go back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back in because I didn't get no prompt. I had to go back in to join in through 36 District Court website.
No. Well, listen. What we're saying is that.
Quick pause here. This is where sovereign citizen arguments usually start unraveling fast. Watch how confusion, tech issues, and legal misunderstandings pile up. Drop a comment if you've ever seen one of these cases actually work, because the courts definitely haven't.
The one that I already have a trial for.
I think all of the cases that are on the docket, everything that's on the docket, that we already have all this stuff set for trial. And what we
I did some paperwork in, but some of those cases I got kicked out of Zoom. I send in the pictures through that document website, and I don't know, and I send paperwork to the law department for a FOIA for the court cases.
Okay, what documents did you send in to the court?
It was the case where I had got kicked out of Zoom, and I sent in the pictures where I got kicked out of Zoom. I think that was the January of this year case, and they was like, if I sent in the pictures showing that I was kicked out of Zoom because I thought the case was dismissed, and I got kicked out.
Your driver's license, insurance, or registration.
Told to let me. The judge, the person I talked to on the last court case said we don't have no problem with you, and I said I'm going through the process of doing my documents to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn the one that got it hemmed out. They didn't honor another motion.
We're talking about Detroit.
This right here is a classic mistake. Sending screenshots, FOIA requests, or random paperwork does not pause a case, dismiss charges, or magically create a defense. Courts care about legally valid filings, not files, not screenshots, and definitely not Zoom drama.
Okay, so what we're trying to do, every case that you have down here in Detroit, we call into the record. And we have two officers. The other cases are going to be dismissed, but we have two officers here that are here, and what we're trying to do is either make a resolution now, and we'll present you with an offer. And if you don't like the offer, you can just go to trial. Today is the date time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is the date time set for trial. So, are you feeling?
At this point, the court isn't being unfair, it's being patient. And that patience has limits. Question for you. Why do people think handwritten theories beat statutes, case law, and decades of precedent? I'm genuinely curious.
Actually, it's two officers that are Corporal Bennett wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date, and Officer Don wrote you 1, 2, 3 tickets that are up to date. The other officers that wrote you tickets are not showing up, have not showed up, and we're just going to automatically dismiss those cases. So we can get you an offer on the 6 tickets that those 2 officers wrote you. Are you willing to entertain the offer for those 6 tickets?
Bennett and Dunn. Bennett is the recent case, so that one I want to go to trial. I think the one I'm in trial for now is Dunn, correct?
You're on trial for both of them. Dunn and Bennett are set for trial right now.
So nobody received my paperwork, my traveling paperwork?
What is the paperwork gonna tell us?
Basically, I don't need no driver license, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
no
that's...
proof of insurance, and my car was totally legal.
What does the paperwork say why you don't need a driver's license, why you don't need any insurance or anything like that?
I send the paperwork into the law department, and I wanted the FOIA for the body cam and dash cams. And I haven't heard anything from them.
All right, we can get you that. We can get you that. If there's some in the...
Important moment here. When officers don't show up, cases often get dismissed. But when they do show up, like today, the court moves forward. This was actually his best chance to resolve things cheaply, and he's about to fumble it.
If there's any body cam or dash cam, we need to get that to Mr. Lynch.
He has to go through the law department to get that kind of thing. If he's requesting it, he has to go through the law department.
Well, that's what he said he tried to do. He said he tried to... Let's see if we can get that now.
We can't get, Your Honor, our person that would do that is on vacation at this point. There's nobody in the office that can get that for him today.
Okay, now can I say something for the traffic ticket that was done? The other
No.
Your Honor, can we just get an adjourn date when the people think they can have their video available?
Yeah, but I wanna just, what I'm trying to do is, I don't want you to say anything as it relates to the traffic stops right now, because today is the date and time set for trial. But I'm gonna tell you this.
This is the heart of the sovereign citizen myth, the belief that traveling replaces driving. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Every court in America has ruled the same way on this. Public roads come with public rules.
You need to get me that documentation, because...
Well, what's the email so I can send it to you?
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, my phone not seeing none of that. Only thing I'm seeing on my cell phone now, if I was on my desktop, remember last time I had issues with my desktop, so I'm on the cell phone, and I don't see no chat or anything.
Well, you should be able to hit the button down there, and it should
Okay,
pop
let me
up.
see, can I see something? Cause all I see a whole bunch of squares with everybody's face. And
You gotta come out of that screen.
huh?
You gotta come out of that screen.
What screen I gotta come out of?
The one, you have to come out of the screen where everybody's face is.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get kicked out like I just did when I was in the breakout room.
You didn't get kicked out. We pulled you. All right.
I had to join back into. I had to go back to 36 District Court website, get back in the Zoom room.
Okay. All right. Let's pass the matter. We'll try to figure out how to help them with the technology. And in the meantime, we need to. Do you want an attorney appointed to you, sir?
I've been trying to get an attorney. Nobody will take my case. So how if the appointed attorney don't want to accept my paperwork, then I'm up the creek like in Dearborn. So that's why I'm trying to study how to write the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm doing that right now.
All right. Well,
Dearborn is the reason why my license is suspended.
I really want to see what you're talking about, Supreme Court, because I've never seen a Supreme Court case. Wait a minute. Let me finish. I've never seen a Supreme Court case that says that you don't have to have a license or insurance or registration. Now I'll tell you this. I'll admit I haven't seen all the Supreme Court cases, but I have never seen that, and I've seen a 1,000 people come in here saying that. Well, not 1,000, but a whole lot. And I've never seen it work.
So, when Mr. Bennett Officer Bennett pulled me over, he was like, "No, I ain't." He said, I ain't going for that sovereignty stuff." I said, "I don't know what that is. I'm talking Constitutional Supreme Court ruling," and they told my car. Okay, after 36, what was it? I didn't get that part.
After 36 is districtcourt.org.
Okay, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna get it online and send it on my laptop.
I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting that. All right.
All right.
I'll pass.
I'm gonna send the law department thing too.
I'll be anxiously awaiting all of that. I'll pass the matter. It looks like Corporal Bennett is gonna be anxiously awaiting. It's gonna look like Dunn is gonna be anxiously awaiting. Prosecutor Mason is gonna be anxiously awaiting, and I'm sure Mr. Soroki is gonna be, and everybody else. This could be some ground. This could be some ground.
I'm trying to put the attachment in. Here it comes.
Now, have you read everything that you're about to send me?
Yes.
I bet you haven't.
Oh, the affidavit, yeah.
This case stuff you're about to send me.
Yes, it's only two. I got to get the right one because the first email was the wrong stuff.
Are we on the record? Let's go back on the record with Lynch while he's sending that. Let's go back on the record with Lynch while he's sending that. I'm going to say this. I hope you've read everything that you sent me, and because you're filing these documentations with the court, and you're suggesting that these documentations with the court are saying are in support of you not having to have a license and insurance and registration, I believe.
And that's the brutal truth. No secret Supreme Court ruling. No hidden loophole. Just the same argument courts have rejected for years. Let me know. Should judges be even firmer with these cases? Or is patience still the right move?
One of those documents. So all I'm saying is I hope that you are actually have read and gone over what you're sending the court. Because as I said earlier, I've never seen anything that supports what you're saying. Fine. And I get people in here that submit. I can type in don't need a driver's license in the search box, and they'll give me a list of cases. And I hope that's not what you've done. Now, this is another document that he sent me. This is the travel.
The judge's sarcasm here is doing heavy lifting. When a courtroom collectively says they're anxiously awaiting, that's legal shorthand for this is about to fall apart in real time.
Or one. To whom, dear Judge John B. Perfect, and to whom it may concern, the burden of truth is on me. Or then it will just be my word against others' words. I, Daryl Lynch, always traveling, Supreme Court rulings on travel, along with being put in ransom for illegal profit gain against my federal freedoms/liberties and /for.
This is a critical moment. Judges don't care how confident you sound. They care whether you've actually read what you're filing. Submitting cases you don't understand is one of the fastest ways to lose credibility in court.
Instead, and / or a promissory note. Driving one employee in conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle, horse, mules, or other animals. Driving. Not everybody's looking at me like what? Driving. Operating in commerce. Hire for hire / pop. Mulberry versus Max. 1803 case. They weren't even cars on the road. all laws which are repugnant to the Constitution are null and void. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Here's what the court is talking about right here. I figured he was going to bring this up. Because all Mr. Lynch did was he went on the Google search and searched, basically, I don't know exactly the terminology, but he put driving, don't need to drive without a license. And all of these same cases come up. And this one case really bothers me, because that's why I asked Mr. Lynch, did he read? Are you familiar with your Black history, Mr. Lynch?
Okay, is the paper that you're reading is the one that's saying titled Supreme Court ruling and U.S. Constitution?
Yes.
Okay, that's not updated, but the other ones I sent, those are the ones that's relevant. The one that say Law Depot, it's like 6 pages. The last 3 is the affidavit and the FOIA paper. You already seen that for the dash cam, etc. But the Law Depot, the first 3 pages is just the website information telling you how to do it. I actually went to school for criminal justice and private investigator, but I didn't finish because I got kicked out for no necessary reason. I've been fighting that ever since. But I actually went to school for business management and law, but I didn't finish. So,
I see.
So technically, but I went to a Morris facility and learned the Constitution and everything. So that's put all that together.
Let's take it down, break it down. What I asked you was just provide me documentation to show proof that the Supreme Court says that you don't need a driver's license to drive.
Here's the sovereign citizen greatest hit, mixing 1800s cases, horse-drawn wagons, and modern traffic law like it's one big legal smoothie. Courts don't work like that. Context and relevance matter.
I had to go through the court cases all the way to the Supreme Court. So I'm studying and learning how to do that, to do this, to take care of Dearborn, because Dearborn is the one that got me in limbo right now.
But what I'm saying is, I don't need to see any law default. I don't see any law default. I asked you a question earlier. I said, I hope that you're bringing these, that stuff that you're. Wait a minute. I asked you a question, and I said, I hope that you're sending me these papers and these cases and in support of you not having to drive with a license. And I hope that you've read the cases that you're using in support of what.
This is where the judge shifts gears. Misusing civil rights cases isn't just wrong, it's offensive. Those cases were about freedom, not avoiding traffic laws. And judges take that distortion personally.
With your African American history, particularly the civil rights movement, is because you have submitted a case, Shuttlesworth versus the city of Birmingham, and you submitted this case in support of you not having to drive with a license. It's kind of like throwing mud in Reverend Shuttlesworth's case, because Mr. Shuttlesworth, I'm sure he was a reverend. I'm sure that Mr. Shuttlesworth had a valid license and doesn't believe what you're trying to use this case law for. I wish you would have taken time to read what Reverend Shuttlesworth had to go through on this day, on April 12, 1963, when he's trying to fight for our civil rights. Because I think if you would have read it, you would have seen that most of what you have put in here and all the cases that you have put in here are complete. Shuttlesworth has nothing to do with what you're talking about and the other cases.
Saying that struck, like I stated, Your Honor, that paper is not updated. That right there, I supposed to took that out. The Shuttleworth, dude, the Alabama. No, not Alabama. I supposed to have took that out.
You're supposed to take all this stuff out because none of this stuff has anything to do with what you're talking about. None of it.
You read it?
Actually, some of the cases are directly opposite, and they state that you have to have a valid license. With the wagon and the coach, what was that guy? He's in 1903. I forget the case. He's driving a coach. He's got a car in 1903. He's got a car in 1903. And he's driving a car. And they give him a ticket. And they say not that he doesn't have to have a license. They just wanted to automatically revoke his license because he had a license without a hearing. And he's saying, you can't do that. I have to have a hearing before you're able to take my license from me. So he's not even saying what you say he's saying. So this stuff is
in Birmingham. I supposed to have took that out. Like I stated, I haven't updated that.
Well, you know something. I wish you would read this stuff before you even put it in this document, because that's what you're supposed to do. I can hold you in contempt for filing filing this irrelevant stuff.
Do you get the law document 3?
I got the law depot document.
Okay, but basically that sums it up right there. That, like I said, that's not even updated paperwork. I sent that by mistake. That's why I sent the FRA paper. But that right there, I'm supposed to update that. But the law depot 3 document is 6 pages. The first 3 just tell you how to do the affidavit, which I forgot to do, but that...
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody that's coming here with this, they didn't win. I'm gonna say that first, right? And then some of the people agreed me and went to the Judicial Tenure Commission on me, and they ordered this same stuff, and guess what happened? They didn't win either. This stuff is nonsense. Stuff is nonsense. I'm waiting for you to tell me which court case applies, because you have Shuttleworth here, and that absolutely doesn't. So what you're saying, I would like to just one court case, just show me one out of all this stuff that you've given me, one court case that you said applies.
Well, like I stated, Your Honor, that little paper always get people upset. That I send that one, but it hasn't been updated.
But you shouldn't send stuff that hasn't been updated to the court. But I'm just asking you one case. Tell me one case out of the stuff that you sent me that says it applies to you and your position of you not having to have a driver's license.
Well, the law depot document 3, that's what I send it.
I know, and you're saying, I'm asking you out of this law depot document 3, you have Howlett versus Rose, Boyd versus United States, Murdoch versus Penn, Owens versus Independence, People versus Bottle Traffic. You have another, constitutional articles. Tell me one of these cases that applies to your position that you don't have to have a valid driver's license to drive on the road.
This is brutal. Citing cases that actually say the opposite of your argument is the legal equivalent of calling a witness who testifies against you. It's not bold, it's catastrophic.